So today's video is going to be about how you can warm up before resistance training sessions, which is very important, by the way, because of course, if you're going to go into your resistance training session, you're going to lift some heavy weights straight away without warming up while your muscles are still cold, then you're asking for injury. And if you're going to be injured, obviously you can't train. And if you can't train, then consistency is obviously going to be lower than usual. If consistency is lower than usual, you're not going to be getting results. If you're not getting results, you're going to be demotivated more than usual. And if you're demotivated more than usual, you're going to want to quit. All of which could have been avoided with just a simple warm-up. So we're going to make sure we're doing our warm-ups. Anyway, in this video, I'm gonna talk you through maybe 3 or 4 different methods I like to use when warming up, and in no particular order. Sometimes I do all 4. Sometimes I might only do 1. But regardless, I always do at least 1. It always depends on what I'm going to train for that particular day. But again, I'll always make sure I do at least 1 because again, warming up is important. I'm not just going to lift heavy weight when I haven't done any prior warm up beforehand, because that's a recipe for disaster. So first way I like to warm up is I like to do about 5 to 10 minutes of zone 2 cardio. If you're wondering what on earth zone 2 cardio is, just ask me on the back of this and I will explain. But basically zone 2 cardio or zone 1, it's not very strenuous. It's not going to be hard. It's not the most tiring thing in the world, but that's okay because this is just a warm up. And to be fair, if you do zone 2 cardio for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, it's going to feel quite tough. But the reason why we're only keeping it to 5-10 minutes is because again, it's just a warm up. And it shouldn't be something that's just going to like tire you out big time, because again, that could potentially take away from the session ahead. So 5-10 minutes of zone 2 cardio could be perfect. The second way I like to warm up is doing some resistance banded exercises. And if you've got access to resistance bands, that is, maybe if your gym has some, then you could potentially look into using that. You could do some exercises with the resistance bands. It wouldn't be anything like super tough, nothing to failure. Again, you're just going through like you're just warming up the muscles basically. So you could maybe do, like, if you're doing a lower body day, you could maybe do some hip clams, some monster walks. If you're doing upper body, then you could probably do like banded pull aparts, banded overhead presses. So just things like that. Again, nothing to failure. You're just warming up your muscles and preparing your body for the session ahead. Or you could potentially do some stretches as well. If you have no idea as to which stretches you should do or which resistance banded exercises you should do for the warm up, then just message me again. Message me on the back of this. I'll be more than happy to give you a few. And then the last way I like to warm up, and the one I always do this without fail, because I think it's a very important way to warm up when you're going to lift heavy weight, is to pyramid up with the weights. And when I say pyramid up, you're probably wondering what on earth I mean. I'm going to give you an example. So let's say on a particular day, I'm going to do a barbell bench press. And for the barbell bench press, the most amount of weight I'm going to lift on that particular day is 80 kg. I'm going to do 80 kg. And what I mean by pyramiding up is, so after I've warmed up my shoulders a little bit with the resistance bands, with some stretches, etc., I would start by just benching the bar. So the barbell by itself, which is 20 kg by itself, by the way, if you didn't know that. And I would potentially do like 10 reps. And then after that, I would put 10 kg, so I would put a 10 kg plate on each side. So 2 in total. So that's 40 kg, including the bar. And then I would probably do like maybe 8 reps, maybe 6 to 8 reps. So as you can see, as the weight is getting heavier, the reps are going down slightly. And then after I've done that, I would put 20 kg plates on each side. So that's 60 kg in total, including the bar. I hope you're keeping up with me. And when I've got 60 kg in total on the bar, I'll do maybe like 4 reps. And then after I've done that, I will go into my working set, which was 80 kg, and I'll do however many reps was my aim for that particular day within my rep range goal. Otherwise, I do hope that all made sense. So to summarize, draw for full circle, maybe zone 1 or zone 2 cardio just for 5 or 10 minutes, some stretches and or resistance banded exercises, and then the non-negotiable one is pyramiding up, which you might not be able to do in the first 1 or 2 weeks as you're figuring out, maybe if you've got new exercises that you've never done before, you're trying to find your feet with it, you're practicing form still, you don't know how much weight you can lift. So as you're figuring out, you might not be able to pyramid up as much, but it's definitely something you want to implement as you gain more experience, as you get stronger with the weights, and something you definitely want to be doing. Otherwise, any questions on the back of this, I was about to end it up probably there. Any questions on the back of this, do message me, let me know, and we'll speak about it. I'll see you around.